Noise resonates through the walls of my room as I hear my sister blasting some foreign pop music, all while speaking to her friend on the phone. I would go in there to tell her to quiet down, but I'm too lazy to do so. After enjoying a nice lunch break with Keri, despite neither of us really saying anything, the remaining classes were rather dull and uninteresting. The only thing that really kept me going was the thought of Keri, as dodgy as that sounds. I looked to the right. Beside me sits the book Keri had given me earlier. Reading it now would give me something to do, but I don't think I could make it that far into it. I mean, that's good, you know. If somebody gives you a gift, and sometimes there's moments where you're just thinking of somebody, and you're kind of filled with the idea of them, and you really want to experience them, or somehow, I don't know, treasure the thought, and so you want to do something. And so if they have a special object that they've given you, then you can hold that, or in this case, if you have a book that somebody's given you, that's actually something really nice that you can read, that, you know, can help you think of them, or I don't know, help you to connect with them more. At least feel like the moment doesn't go to waste, because it's quite late, and I still have some work left to do, though I'm reminded of Keri's flustered face as she presented it to me. And it really meant a lot to her. Giving it a read couldn't hurt, could it? Yeah, let's read the book. Let's not skim through it. Let's read it. The book is fairly thin, though it'll still take me until tomorrow night at the earliest to finish it. And that's if I can read it fast enough. There's no rush. It could take a bit longer to read a book. Though if Keri asks me about it tomorrow, at least I'll have something to talk to her about. Grasping the book, I open the cover and begin reading it page by page. The theme of it is quite apparent, even before the end of the first chapter. It's a love story. The book suits Keri pretty well. It would have been weird if the book was a sci-fi novel or something absurd, like a guide on dog grooming. That'd be a weird gift. Well, unless you really like dogs, then maybe it could. Does she even have a dog? I wouldn't know. Soon enough, I find myself at the end of the second chapter. So far, it's been fairly interesting. Definitely something different than what I was expecting from a love story. I should probably make a few mental notes of what I've read so far, just to give us something to talk about. She doesn't really converse that much. I want to talk with her more. I set the book down beside me where it once sat. My body twists as I slip out of the space between the chair and my desk. For once, I should probably get to dinner early. Path to school has now become quite familiar, now that I've had 2 weeks to remember it. Oh, time has really gone by. A mild gust blows, leaving across to the pavement, and watch them. A mild gust blows leaves along the pavement, and I watch them get tousled around without direction. As I stand across the street, I feel a dainty tap on my shoulder. Looking to my side, the person I've been wanting to see the most recently stands before my eyes, a sight to behold.
Good morning.
Good morning. Keri greets me, her lips curling up slightly into a delicate smile. Good morning, Keri. As the light turns green, we both walk harmoniously across. It's not really a surprise for me to meet Keri here. Pretty sure she did share part of the walk to school with me. This is where I first met her, after all. So, how are you doing today, Keri? I throw the question out to try and make conversation. I enjoy being with her, but Getting her to speak up more would make the experience a lot better.
I'm good. Thank you. What about you?
Oh, I'm good as well. Keri smiles at my answer. I guess knowing that your friends are in a good spirit is a happy thought. As I take occasional glances to my side, I seem to notice Keri shyly looking in my direction from time to time as well. She turns her head whenever I spot her. Does she want to ask me something? Well, is there anything on your mind? Look at this sour face. No, I don't have a question. What are you talking about? Seems I caught her off guard.
I wanted to know. Can I walk to school with you more often?
Yeah. She wants to walk to school with me? The question seems pretty bold for her. But I oblige. Sure thing. That would be nice walking to school with someone. Or walking, I don't know, spending an everyday walking somewhere with someone. Especially someone that you really like and can enjoy the time with. Keri smiles and nods her head cheerfully. Can't deny wanting to walk to school with her as well. I look at my watch to check the time. It's almost 7:45. Well, shall we meet where we met today? At, say 7:35?
That's good with me.
Oh. So it's settled then. From today onwards, I'll be meeting and walking with the girl on the way to school. Something I expected to happen, but I can't explain. It's not what I expected to happen, but I can't explain. I can't complain. In fact, I'm happy. We pass through the school gates and towards the main building, both of us stopping to part ways. Different classes. Alright, I'll see you later then. See you later then, Keri. Lunch, right?
Sure. Lunch it is.
I head down the path towards my class, with my plans for the day pretty much settled. The lunch bell stops ringing just as I make my way out of the classroom. Our teacher lets out early. I'm pretty sure she's as enthusiastic about the lessons as we are. I move through the corridor and unsurprisingly find someone waiting for me.
Hello.
Keri. Hey, Keri. Shall we get going to the cafeteria then?
Can we stop by the library first? I need to return a book.
Yeah. She wants to go to the library? I'm not against it. I wasn't really that hungry anyway. Yeah, sure. Speaking of books. I started reading that book you gave me. I've been really liking it so far.
That's good.
Keri smiles and turns her head in my direction.
Would you like to go to the library with me?
Oh, she's so shy. Just has to go to the library. She sounds anxious, even more than normal. I thought we were already going to the library.
Not this one. The one in the city.
Oh. Oh. It's almost like a date. That's why she was anxious. Oh. She wants to go to the city with me? Sure. I can't keep myself from stuttering. Moments ago, Keri had just invited me out to the city. And that's quite a direct thing to be asking someone she's only been friends with for mere days. Keri holds a deep blush on her cheeks, and I too can't keep myself from getting a bit tense.
Thank you.
Wait, did I say yes? Well, the answer is yes. We walk down the corridor in unison, only our footsteps audible as we keep a state of silence between us. Stepping through the door of my house, I'm greeted by a sense of warmth, both in a physical and a metaphorical sense. The heater is turned up pretty high, but my mother has seen me enter and greets me. How was school, son? It was good, I guess. It wasn't just good. I know for a fact that it was good. I've practically bagged a date with Keri, in a sense. Though I don't think she sees it that way. I've only known her for 2 days, so there's no point getting too giddy about it. Oh, that's great to hear. My mother wanders off and continues up the stairs to carry on with whatever it is she's doing. Take off my shoes and stroll into the lounge with a slump. One thing about school is that it sure is pretty tiring. Ahead of me sits my father laying back in his chair, reading a book. He lifts his head and peers towards me, giving me a prodigious grin. Hello, my boy. Seems like you had a pleasant day at school. Am I right? That smile on your face tells me everything, you know? No doubt he spotted my upbeat aura. Not if I was trying to hide it. You could say I had a nice day. Tell me then, son. I need to know. He sets his book down on the floor beside him, sits forward to engage himself in our conversation. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just going somewhere with a friend on the weekend. I say the weekend, but Keri never gave me a date as to when she wanted to go. I'll just have to ask her. A friend? What sort of friend? Is it a girl? Straight on to the girls, as always. I can't say that I've never considered the topic before. Keri, of course, is a girl. A rather nice one, too. Though I don't know whether telling my father would be the most ingenious of ideas. He'll just keep asking questions until he gets to see her. That's what I would expect him to do anyways. Oh, shoot. Tell him if it's a guy or if it's a girl. Well, I already told him it was a friend. I don't want to lie. So let's just tell him it's a girl. It's a girl. A girl? Well, congratulations, my boy. I was waiting for the day that you'd start dating girls. It's not a date. It's just a day out. I'm not really sure what it is. She told me that she wants me to go to the library with her, but surely she must be planning something more than that. This still counts, boy. I hope you make the most of it. His words only partially make it into my head. He's always been like this. I take another look at him and realize that he's reading a book. He is a publisher after all. I guess it's his job to check over the things presented to him. The print on the book's cover looks familiar. I notice the author's name and realize what the connection is. That's the same author as... The same as what, my boy? The book Keri gave to me. Going by the condition of the book she gave me, she must really like his work. That, girl I'm meeting with on the weekend, she, really likes, that author's work. I don't really know the best way to put it, and I don't think telling my father will really achieve anything. I guess I should have just kept it to myself. Why didn't you tell me, son? I'm good friends with this guy. He always makes me read his books before I sell them. I don't even like the romance. Keri does, though. Maybe getting her a copy might be a good idea. She gave me a gift after all, even if I only lent it. I may as well return the favor. Would it be okay if I lent a copy? Lend one? Just take the whole pile. He gave me too many copies of the dang thing. Instead, I only take one from the top of the pile. My father always has a way to make things absurd. Good thinking, boy. I'm sure she'll enjoy that. It's always best to get her on their good side. For once, I agree with him. Giving her a gift wouldn't be a bad idea, no matter the reason behind it. Alright. Thanks, Dad. Ah, don't thank me. Thank the guy who thinks it's funny to deliver me a ton of books every 2 months. With that, I leave the room and head towards the stairs, reflecting on what just happened. It was a pretty lucky thing to be able to get this book for Keri. Chances of it happening were pretty slim, but my father being a publisher definitely helps in a way. I wonder if his company published the book Keri gave to me. Never actually checked. I make my way to my room, planning to give Keri a call once inside. We really need to make arrangements for our trip. Nothing's changed. It's still in the same messy state that it's always been. I'm in my bedroom once again, and shortly I'll be on the phone with Keri for the second time this week. Just like everything else, my phone is where I left it. I pick it up and find Keri in my contacts list and proceed with the call. The phone rings as I idly wait for her to pick up.
Hello?
Keri answers the phone, as I expect her to. It would be weird if someone else did. I need to get straight to the point. We didn't come to an agreement as to when and where we're going to meet for our trip. All I know is that we're going to the library. Hey Keri, how are you? I start with conversing with her. Speaking to her is something I enjoy doing. So when given a chance to embrace the opportunity, I'll certainly take it.
I'm good. What about you?
Good too. Especially since I get to speak with her. About our trip. We never made any plans, did we?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Really, any particular day you're planning on going? Whereas I could have just asked her tomorrow. Maybe I just wanted to hear her voice for one more time today. It is a beautiful melody.
What about Saturday? Is that fine with you?
Yeah, Saturday's good. What time should we meet?
Could you meet me where we met on the way to school at 10 a.m.?
Certainly. Not settled then. Keri and I will meet this Saturday. Our Saturdays are entirely free. We follow the British curriculum after all. Which is good since we get to do things like this.
I'll lead you there. You just moved here, didn't you?
I did. Thanks, Keri. I appreciate it. I would have followed her anyway. It was her idea to go. Plus it's Keri. Why wouldn't I? Some muffled calls of Keri's name are audible in the background as Keri remains in silence. She must still be a bit flustered after I thanked her.
Sorry, I need to go to dinner. I don't think I'll be able to call you back.
I hear her whimper through the end of the line. I guess she's as upset as I am, having to end this call early and abruptly. Oh, don't worry, Keri. We'll meet on the way to school tomorrow, yeah?
That's right. I'll see you then.
Okay. Bye, Keri.
Bye.
The line goes silent as Keri hangs up. With that done, I guess I'll have to find something to do. Lux, dinner's ready. There we go. I need to go to dinner too. Both my parents sit at the dinner table, but it seems as if my sister hasn't made her way down yet. Ha! That girl sure is busy. Doesn't she have any respect? It's dinner time. Wonderful bonding family session. Leave her alone. She's busy with schoolwork. Don't you want her to do well in her studies? I do, yeah. You're right, darling. The pair chow down on their sausages and mashed potatoes. Guess my mother cooked some traditional English food today. Whoops. Lux, I heard you were having a good time on the phone. Who were you speaking to? Huh, it was probably that girl he was talking about earlier, ain't that right, son? You were eavesdropping on me? I just heard a few things, that's all. Well, whatever you were saying, I'm glad you managed to make it to dinner this time. Because it's a wonderful family bonding session? That's right, boy. I'm glad you finally learned it. Unlike someone in this household. She's doing schoolwork. Oh yeah, I forgot. How this guy manages to run a company, I'll never know. Continue to eat my food as my parents start discussing topics which aren't of any interest to me. My sister eventually makes her way downstairs and sits beside me at the table. Bangers and mash, again? What's wrong with traditional English food? I didn't travel there just for the women, you know. My mother laughs at my father's statement. Why can't we have any curry? We have curry as often as we have this. I finish up the last of my meal and stand up in order to put my plate in the sink. With that done, I guess I have the rest of the day to do whatever I like. After I finish my homework anyway. I head towards the stairs again to retreat back up to my room. Before I make it, my sister calls out to me. Lux, can you help me with some questions later? Don't really want to. Sure thing.